I'm a Mando, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk.
Too sexy for this song.
What's up, friends and fellow collectors? Strutting into the house today is Sideshow's premium format figure of the Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, this is Sideshow's first and only attempt so far at the quarter scale version of the Mandalorian from Disney Plus's hit TV series. When this one first came out for pre-order, the community had mostly positive thoughts about it, including myself. I pre-ordered it on day one, but there was a lot of talk about the pose. He looks like he's kind of strutting awkwardly, which I kind of feel a little bit now looking at the pictures, but I want to see it in person and see if it's as bad as it looks, from the pictures. Now, when Iron Studios released their version of the quarter scale Mando, the community became split. Some people believed that the Iron Studios one is the way to go, while others thought that the Sideshow one was better. And I'm going to be doing a comparison on these. Now, mostly, I review my Star Wars pieces on my other channel, the Hyperdrive. But for this one, I'm going to be unboxing and review it here on MCE. And if you want to see the comparison, I will be doing a comparison video, putting this one here against the Iron Studio statue, which I still have here in my collection. So I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to get to that channel and subscribe to it. I'm also doing a giveaway on that channel right now, which ends this Friday on the 10th for a War of the Bounty Hunters CGC comic, 9.8 CGC. If you want a chance to win at that, there's also a link to that giveaway video. All you got to do is subscribe and leave a comment. Just watch the video and they get the rules right there. It's pretty simple. And then I'll be doing a drawing on Saturday. The contest ends Friday, and you'll have your chance to win that comic. So this one right here ran originally $635, but I picked this one up over at Comic Concepts for $609. So if you're into this kind of stuff, high-end collectibles like this, and especially if Sideshow isn't releasing an exclusive version of it, like this one here where you only have one version of it, your best option is to head over to Comic Concepts. You can save anywhere from $15 to up to $50 sometimes on high-end collectibles like this. And in this day and age, everything helps. So I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to get to that as well. So let's take a look at this box right here. It's a tall and skinny box. It's extremely tall. I'm neither here nor there about it. I kind of like the short and fat boxes. Something that's a little easier to put in my storage unit later, but I guess this will work. Unlike the other Star Wars boxes, it's a little different, especially in the back, I guess. It's got kind of like the same way that it's black and gray, especially on the sides. You got a view of the way the statue and what he looks like right here, along with Grogu. And then on this opposite side right here is your look at this cool design with the cutaway and the light up in the back, which looks pretty nice. So let's get it out of the box and take our first look at it. Yeah, at least it's not a heavy statue. Yeah, that or all my working out is helping out. That's a lot of pieces. All right, there's how basically everything's laid out. As you can see, it comes in a lot of different pieces. You got the base over here. You got Grogu and the prim there, the body, cape, and a bunch of the other pieces. You got his gun. Just looking at the way things are packaged right here, right now, I like this better than the way that the Iron Studios came. So at least everything's nice and packed tightly, and you got plastic over everything. So I dig that. And you even got some of the stuff looks like it's wrapped in tissue as well. So nice job with that. Let's get it assembled. All right. Let's get this going. So you got a really light and plain kind of base. Looks just like a rock floor. This is number 2200 of 7500 that were made. That is a lot of pieces, in my opinion, for a collectible, especially a collectible of this expense. At that point, it's just a very expensive decoration for the room. I have a strong feeling that I think that anything over $500 when it comes to these kind of statues should have an edition size below 2,000. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. But I think they made too many of these. So I'm assuming the body's next. Oh, this is nice. I like the tissue that they put on it. That's really nice. Very different, nice and soft. Ooh, okay. Don't pull on that too hard. That's definitely loose. Oh, I like the way the Beskar is painted. The Beskar is painted pretty nicely on this one. Smooth. Very, very nice. Awkward twist. Definitely has an awkward twist. Got everything right there. All right. You gotta be careful with that gun. That's one thing that about the both versions of the statue that I wish they would have done, and I feel like they missed on, was they should have had him posed with an option for the to hold the gun in the hand. I think that would have been cool. And it's hollow. Yeah, this is a hollow. So let you guys know up front, this is a hollow statue. I could hear the little bits of resin rolling around inside there. So there's a closer look at the body. I think they did a nice job with the paint and the paint application on it. Looks pretty cool. It's got some little bit of weathering on the metal too, so you can see there on the back of the armor right here, which is nice. All right, let's get it into place. Okay, yeah, that is a twist, man. I don't even feel like I could twist that way myself. Cape feels nice. Okay. Got some arms, again with the same tissue. I like this. I wish that they would take and put more of that on their pieces, you know? I'm guessing it was to keep the Beskar from losing its shine. I love the shine of the metal on this. It's got a real nice gloss to the metal. They did a great job on the paint for this guy. So, really nice. Nice job on that. I like how smooth the armor looks. Cleans in right there. Very, very cool. All right, so here's the other arm. You can see it's got the Mudhorn sigil on it. Again, more of that nice paint color on the metal. Nice texture in the hands too. See on the gloves. Got a real nice look to this. This is very, very cool. All right. Pops in like that. Okay, so the key on the gun looks nice. I like that it's got a bluing effect there on the front of the gun. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. There we go. You can see that it's got a little bit of a bluing effect on the front of the rifle, which is nice. I think that looks good. The rest of the gun has nice detail. I love the gold on that. That looks really good. Really nice detail overall on the gun. The wood stock has a wood look to it. Smooth and everything, has a good look to it. You got two keys on it. You got one key on the back here, which you could see is kind of like a plastic, so it's got a little give to it, and then this front one here is a little more sturdy. There's two keys on the back of the body right here where it keys in. This seems to go under the cape, which I guess that would be the way that it would go, but I mean, I would think that if he's using the rifle, that, you know, this would end up being, you know, on the what do you call it? Did that pop out? Ah, that sucks. Magnet popped out of its hole. All right. Well, gonna have to fix that. All right, so this keys in underneath the back like that, which is weird because I would think that would go over the cape, you know, considering that, you know, if he's using the rifle, the cape is on already. It would sling over, in my opinion, but it looks like the cape goes on afterwards. So, and maybe it's just the wind blowing it over. That's all it is. Come on, get in the hole. Okay, there you go. All right, it's in. Nice snug fit. I really like the way the cape is bellowing like that. That's cool. So that looks good. Oh, this is cool. They did a nice job on that. So you got the right prim for this version of the Mandalorian. So you can see that it's got, and I like that it's got a lot of weathering on it. Look at all that detail on the bottom and everything. Really, really cool. Look at that. Front vents and all that. This looks really good. Nice paint job. I say that about this one. This one's got a really, really, really nice paint job on it. So this keys in on the cape up here. Okay, I gotta tell you, that feels, I mean, the cape is strong, but I don't like the way this feels. I think I almost would have preferred it to just key in from the bottom, you know, just to give me peace of mind and everything, but it doesn't sit all the way down into the key, and it kind of just rocks a little bit forward on mine. So, yeah, but it holds. It does give you a cool effect though. So like it's floating. There is your cute little portrait of baby Grogu. I don't know why I call it baby Grogu. There wasn't an adult Grogu. It's like baby Yoda or Grogu. Like I gotta pick one. All right, some texturing and everything on it. Kind of a darker look than on the Iron Studios. Finally, we got the Mandalorian helmet. Now considering how everything else has been on this, it's very glossy. I've been avoiding touching the metal, so I'm gonna put on a glove for this, just because if this is just as shiny as that, I have a feeling I can get thumbprints on it. Nice job on the helmet. Check that out. The detail on that. I like the weathering and everything they have on it. Nice work on the paint, man. Very, very nice on that. That looks good. All right. And that goes right at the top. All right. There he is. I'm a Mando, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Right, so there it is, all assembled. The Mandalorian and Grogu premium format figure by Sideshow. So let's give it a quick turnaround, you know, because he's on the catwalk. All right, so it's a nice looking piece. Let me start off by saying that it does have a very nice presence to it. It's got a good size to it. The statue is, it's 15 inches wide roughly, about 19 or so inches tall, a little bit over 19 inches tall. And then you need about 13 inches in depth, maybe even 14 inches in depth to display it properly. But let's address the elephant in the room, the pose. Yeah, it's awkward. I don't ever see anybody walking like that. And then it's like, you know, he's kind of like 1 foot forward, so he's got like 1 foot forward like this, the other one back, and he's twisting, you know, and actually that feels pretty good. It's a good stretch. he's twisting really, really exaggeratively, almost animated like, in my opinion, when you look at the way he's walking. I think if they had just dialed that back just a notch, it would be a almost perfect looking representation of the Mando. Of Din Djarin. The statue, where this statue really sings, is in the paint. I think the paint job on this is phenomenal. They did a great job on the paint work through and through, from the base all the way up to the top of this guy's head. Everything has attention to detail there. You got texturing on the sculpt, which looks good, so you get some nice texturing there throughout, like the cape and things like that. It's got subtle, not really any texture in the pants or the undersuit. As far as the that looks, it kind of looks like workman's clothes in that sense, so it's kind of more smooth. But where the texturing, like through paint, is there, so you see like shades and dirt and grime, especially in the prim. You know, you can see all of the weathering on it and the oxidation of the metal, which looks really, really good. So, you know, all of that's done very well, and I really love the way they painted the Beskar. It's got a good shine to it. It reflects off light very well. You can see I set up a yellow light right here, so it reflects the light just a little bit from the back. And I think that is where this statue really has its best look there, is that they did a great job on the paint. It's definitely not a cheap paint job on this one. So that looks really nice. The base is kind of lacking. You know, it's very simple. There's not really much going on there. Rock base. There's texturing in there. It's painted nicely. It's got some cracks and stuff in it and everything. But, you know, we're here to see the pose on the Mando, even though the pose is a little weird. But we're here to see Mando, so I can see why they went with a very simple base. But it would have been nice to have a little bit more going on with the base, in my opinion. Just some subtle stuff there. As far as accuracy goes, I think they did a great job with trying to capture the way he looked at the end of the Mandalorian, at the end of the first season. So they did that very nicely, and that's done very well. I really like that they added in all of his armaments. So, you know, you have his whistling birds, you got his detonators, you know, you got bullets in there and everything. And I know I said in the unboxing that the gun strapped the way it was didn't seem right, but I'm changing my thought on that. Something that I do like about the way they have the gun in places is that this strap really looks like it's connected to his suit. So I think that's cool. So it looks like it's just slung back there, and then the cape is kind of like flowing with the wind, which gives it some nice dynamic motion, which is nice. I think that looks good. And I like the way the prim is keyed in to make it look like it's floating. It's because it really does look like it's floating. There's like nothing here holding it. So I think that's great. Although on mine, the key doesn't lock in all the way, and it kind of rocks a little bit forward, which that kind of has me a little bit worried as, you know, for longevity. The cape is very sturdy and thick, you know, down here at the bottom. So, you know, I think it will hold, but I do have some concern of the way that's manufactured. So that could be something that could get damaged over time. It's definitely something that you want to have away from people bumping into. It's because I feel like that's a break point. So something to pay attention to. I like that they have his pistol. One thing that I wish they would have done with this one, maybe to differentiate it from the one from Iron Studios, is to actually have him holding the pistol. I think that would have been kind of cool to have him holding the gun as an option. You know, I think that's just, on both statues, I feel is a big miss. They could have done that. So, but yeah, very simple piece, but still has a lot of expression to it, and I like it a lot. It's a nice looking statue. Other than the pose, like I said, if they dialed back that twist just a notch, this would be a much better representation of him, and probably would get less flack from the community as far as the pose goes. Because it is a little bit. It's a little bit awkward, and it's a little bit flamboyant, you know, the way he's got that strong strut going on, but it's more of like a catwalk strut, you know. So, you know, it definitely has a flamboyance to his walk, which that's not how any person really walks, or you know how he looked in the TV series. So they could have dialed that back some, but that's my thoughts on it. I think it's an overall really good piece. I would say, you know, on a scale of like, you know, 1 to 10, I'd probably give it in the high 8s, 9s, you know, for overall look and paint application. They did a great job there. It's that pose that really gets the controversy going on here. But honestly, when you look at it, I really don't think that a lot of people are gonna say much about that, or you know, like I like looking at it here, seeing it on my shelf. I really wouldn't care that much that it's posed like that. So, you know, over time. So. But that's my analysis of it. It's a good looking statue. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this one right here. Did you get it in? What did you think about it? How do you think it compares next to the Iron Studios? And make sure you tune in to the Hyperdrive when I do the comparison, where this one is going to go up against the Iron Studios quarter scale Mandalorian statue, and we'll talk about the differences and, you know, what, you know, is better about one or the other. So let me know about that in the comments below. And until next time, keep it marvelous.